Hello friends, I'm Luigi and today I will do a video about fragrances, notes that I love or maybe I like most. I've done only 3 or 4 picks for genre because sometimes I have much more notes that I love but I don't want to do a too big video. Or maybe in many parts. I'll do only a video for now, maybe I will update it again in the future. So about citrus notes, I like very much neroli, very nice white flower, very brisk. Petit grain also a very nice fresh, sometime green and leafy scent. And bergamot is also a very uplifting scent, different from lemon and other orange or mandarin. Then fruits. About fruits, I like very much the blackcurrant note. Sometimes it's very well done. Sometimes it has some kind of urine take. You must equilibrate it very much. Then fig and fig leaf. Yeah, both are not the same, but I prefer a bit more fig leaf, but also fig has an unique smell. Very sometimes astringent, sometimes and the leaf is very dry. Then some exotic fruits. I like sometimes in some perfume mango, passion fruit, guava, sweetness and freshness. Then about flowers, I like very much carnation. For me, is one of the best scents, best flower scents. It's always something vintage on it. Then rose, not not each rose is very nice. Sometimes there are some watery, roses. Sometimes a bit more warm and addictive and almost like wine. But roses are always welcome. And then lavender. Best lavender are the one from south of France, not lavandin like the new kind of lavender. This is very chemical and not so pleasing. Then yeah, also I have some other pick about heliotrope. I find heliotrope very interesting. It's a bit powdery, almost almondy, and a sweet scent sometimes. Very nice. And lily of the valley also has some freshness, some unique smell as a white flower, as almost dewy, almost like honey, but not so intense honey, fresh honey. Okay. Then green notes. What I like about some green notes. Okay, juniper, fantastic, fresh. Juniper berries. I love it so much. Freshness and uniqueness because it's distancing from citruses. Mint. There are some mint that are much more green. Some other that are much more sweet, almost fresh. I like much more the old style of mint. Okay, used in the past. Then tobacco, also very nice. I like very much um, this tobacco that there's most warmth in it. Okay, not too young tobacco, that is not so. It's too green. I don't like green tobacco. I like this seasonal tobacco smell. As some character, mm, bigger, bolder character. And tomato leaf. Tomato leaf is something very special as a scent. I can say it's green, but it's fresh, it's a bit dry, and reminds us very much of tomatoes in some ways, but not so strong, not this acidic smell of tomatoes. Okay. Then spices. I like anise and star anise. A very fresh and sometimes challenging smell. Spices are always a bit challenging, but anise is a bit uplifting. It was much used once. Today we don't find it too much in newer fragrances, but a bit sweet, a bit fresh, a bit almost boozy sometimes. Then coffee smell is always welcomed, especially well done. I like the roasted scent of coffee, especially. Not so a big fan of this mixing with rose, but I like much more raw coffee smell than mixed with other ingredients. It's not so easy to perceive the roasted coffee smell. Cinnamon was very nice once. Now it's too sweet, it's too candy like. Okay, once in the past, in the 90s, in the 80s, was a different smell, and this is kind of cinnamon I like more. But I don't dislike the new one too much. Okay, as another facet of the cinnamon smell. And then woods I like very much are sandalwood, sandalwood, and there are many kind of sandalwood. The best was the Mysore sandalwood, but we cannot find it anymore today. Nice soapy and woody smell, not too heavy as a smell. Okay, it reminds me always me of soap because it was used too much in barbershop essences. Okay. Then vetiver is also always welcome. This rooty and hearty and green smell of vetiver, woody smell. I like it very much. Very well done sometimes. Then pine is also an evergreen, coniferous, and has always this freshness, this greenness, this almost balsamic scent in it. Fantastic. When well perpetrated, is always welcomed. And palisander, rosewood, is also a very different smelling wood, and this kind of mark that it make in a fragrance, I'm always a fan of. Then there are resins that are like much more than others. Are okay, incense, olibanum, this kind of resin that remembers me of younger days in church and holy places, and also myrrh, also for the same kind of reason, and because I tend to burn these resins, and I enjoy it. I enjoy the time and the fumes from these resins. Then musks. Okay, this kind of tendency of musks. Okay, okay. The deer musk scent is always great, but I don't know if I have ever tried, so I say musk. But then there is castoreum and civet. Both very particular smell. Castoreum more leathery, civet more pissy, furry, not furry in some ways, but civet a little bit more. Very particular smell, very interesting smell, very characteristical. It makes they make a fragrance totally different. Changes the face of our fragrances. These kind of smells. Then leather, the accord of leather. Sometimes it's well done. Sometimes it's a little bit smoother, a little bit rougher. Okay, when it's well done, I love smelling leather in a fragrance. And then total balsam because it has a vintage scent in it, a very ambery, almost gooey scent in it. Okay, so I like when I find total balsam. And that, last but not least, chemical smell of aldehydes. Aldehydes. I love aldehydes very much in a fragrance. It has this particular uplifting and ozonic, sometimes kind of, and soapy also kind of scent that also changes particular fragrance and make it better for me. And that's all. These are all my list of my quick list of my favorite notes in fragrances. There are others, but I wanted only to list this for the time, and I hope to hear something about you also about this topic. Okay, thank you very much. Have a nice one. Bye.